Hello, today we're going to make an easy chicken barbecue pizza. I'm just using one original thin crust pre-made from the store, just a generic variety, nothing special. You just put that right on the pan. Then the next thing I'm going to do after dropping my fork is just put some barbecue sauce on that. And this just kind of depends on how you like it. If you want there to be a lot, then just put a little bit more. I think this is probably about a similar amount to what you would get if you ordered a barbecue pizza. So the next thing we're going to do is just spread that out with the bottom of a spoon. And I try to go all the way to the edge of the crust. And then if it looks thicker anywhere, just try to spread it out a little bit. But I think while it's cooking, it kind of spreads out more also as it gets hot. So I don't get too worried about it. Okay, after that looks fairly spread out, the next thing I'll do is open up a 16-ounce can of chicken from the store. Okay, and then just drain out most of the liquid. I put that in a bowl, and then I just use a fork and mash it up a little bit so there isn't any big pieces. I make it so that it's more like a shredded meat. That goes pretty quick and easy with a fork, and that's how I try to get it to look. There's quite a bit of good meat in one of those cans if you've never used one of those before. And then I use the entire can. I put it on nice and thick on there so that it covers up all of the barbecue sauce. And then you just spread it out a little bit, try to make sure that it covers all of it. There's a little bit here and there that's not covered. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just so that it's mostly covered. Not like that. And then the next thing I'm adding is just 12 ounces of shredded cheese. This is a mozzarella cheddar mix. And that was just something I got at the store too. I just put it in one of my own bags. But I just put that on there. I try to make it fairly even. I try to go all the way to the edge of the crust. And then I just spread that out a little bit. And then I usually take the cheese that fell on the pan too, and I just push it up against the crust a little bit. I think it kind of cooks into the crust that way instead of burning on the pan. And that's that. Now we're just going to put this in an oven that's been preheated to 375, and that's going to cook for about 12 to 14 minutes, just enough to get the cheese nice and melted on top. Okay, the pizza's been cooking long enough to be done now, so I'm just going to take it out. And the cheese is nicely melted on the top there. And before I cut it, I just stick the cutter underneath it, make sure that it's moving around, and it is now. So now I just cut it into these pieces. And that's it. Ready to eat.